Good morning and welcome to our new segment, Good Morning Union on ANN. I'm your host, Maya.
And I'm also your host, Maya. It is Tuesday, December 11th, 1850, and today we have a lot of breaking events to share with you today, including the California Gold Rush, Compromise of 1850, and the congressional elections.
First up, we will check in on the gold rush occurring in the new state of California. Let's go to Kate, who's on the scene in San Francisco.
Thanks, Maya. If I could use one word to describe the scene here, it would be mayhem. Ever since a carpenter discovered gold in late 1848 near Sutter's Mill, thousands have flocked to California thinking they can strike it rich. Due to an influx of people coming to the area, crime has skyrocketed. Murder, robbery, and claim jumping are common occurrences here, which lead to many Californians waiting to create a state government that could handle these issues. However, the high rates of crime do not seem to be stopping Americans from making the long journey in search of gold. In New York, magazines with titles such as The Emigrant's Guide to the Gold Mines are popular and promote the idea of taking the risk and moving to California. Many travel overland, but others take ships from New York to San Francisco, which only takes 89 days. There seems to be a group coming now. We are here with
Jim.
We're here with Jim, who has been here for a couple of months now. Can I ask you why exactly you're here?
I don't know. I'm here because I just want to get really rich because I'm going to find so much gold. Like, there's just so many opportunities here. I'm going to find so much gold.
So, have you found any gold yet?
A little, but like, I know like it's gonna get really big. Like, I know I'm gonna find something huge. Just me like.
What is life like here? Do you have a property or a house?
Yeah, I have a house. It's not done. Not close either. Neither is my garden. It's fine. Like, I'm looking for gold, and since like I'm gonna find gold, like I don't really work on my house that much. I'm gonna find gold, and I'm gonna get really rich. So
What are your opinions on the high crime rate of California?
California. The crime right here, it's something else. But out here, it's every man for themselves. So it's friendly competition though. So it kind of makes everyone work harder, you know.
All right, thank you for your time. All right, as you can see, it is quite a scene here in California. Back to you, Maya.
It's all friendly competition.
Thank you, Kate. Here to comment on the recent events of the gold rush are Kaylee from New York and Julie from South Carolina. Thank you both for being here. Let's go to you first, Kaylee. What's your opinion of the gold rush?
I think the gold rush is going to have great effects on the economy, but more importantly, I like the fact that the gold rush has brought a new state into the United States. This is an important and valuable territory to have, what makes it better is the fact that the state government made slavery illegal, which is a major advantage to the anti-slavery states in the Union, because if we get new states in the Western Territory to become anti-slave states, the South will be outnumbered and lose their power, and also we might be able to finally tackle the problem that the country faces with slavery.
Julie, would you care to respond?
I couldn't disagree with Kaylee more. It's alarming that California decided to bypass the usual territory stage of becoming a state. But that isn't the only issue on hand. California also made slavery illegal, virtually tipping the balance in Congress. The South states are not afraid to stand up for what we believe in and be against the northern states and take action to preserve our ideas.
Thank you both for being here this morning. We will see you again later.
When we come back, new information regarding the Compromise of 1850 and to see the exclusive interview with Henry Clay himself.
Also, the race for Congress is heating up across the United States. Stay tuned for more information.
Have you or a loved one been struggling with your weight or your physical health? Well, I have a solution for you. Hi, I'm Sylvester Graham, famous dietary reformer and inventor of the Graham Cracker. The Graham Cracker is the best way to maintain a healthy lifestyle and stay healthy. And lose weight, obviously. But don't just take my word for it.
I absolutely love graham crackers. They make me feel 10 times better than I've ever felt in my entire life. And honestly, even though it might be an uncommon opinion, they're great when you're churning butter. Absolutely amazing.
You see, folks, graham crackers will change your life. Call now for the low price of $19.99. You can get my graham crackers. Not only will you love it, but God will love you too.
Next up, with the Compromise of 1850, which consisted of 5 different laws passed in September dealing with the issue of slavery.
These laws are proposed by Henry Clay in an effort to settle various disputes and avoid threats of union dissolution requests of California to be admitted with a constitution prohibiting slavery.
And now, going live with Henry Clay and Kate to get a little more information from the man himself.
Thank you, Maya and Maya. Now, Senator Clay, what was the main goal behind the multiple attempts to pass this law?
The main goal was to settle slavery disputes, request California to become a state without slavery while maintaining the balance between slave states and free states.
Speaking of, how were you able to keep the balance between the North and the South? And is there one side that you believe got the better half?
I was able to keep both sides happy by making sure that both sides were able to reap the benefits. I don't believe that one side had more than the other.
Even though the balance of the Senate is now with the free states?
Well, we will see what happens when it comes time for California to vote, but for now the hope is that peace will prevail throughout the United States.
This leaves us with the question of whether this compromise will continue to succeed and appease the nation, or if it will fail and result in a national turmoil. Thank you, Senator Clay, and now back to you, Maya and Maya.
Thank you, Kate and Senator Clay. Now we're going to give our 2 commentators a chance to express their opinions on this compromise.
Julie, what are your opinions on this?
Despite the fact that the Fugitive Slave Act was passed, which helps the issues of runaway slaves, I do not appreciate the fact that the balance in Congress has shifted. The North has the upper hand, for there are now more free states after California was admitted as a free state. And if we don't get what we want, we aren't afraid to secede from the Union.
Kaylee, what about you?
Well, my opinion differs from Julie's opinion, considering that I'm a representative from the North, which is a collection of free states. I'm pretty happy with the results from the compromise, considering that we got California, which was admitted as a free state, the abolition of the slave trade in D.C., and also the power has shifted to the free states in Congress, which I think really benefits the abolition of slavery permanently in the country, which is something that we really push for in the northern states.
Thank you, Kaylee. Now we're going to go live with Kate, who is on the campaign trail keeping track of all the politicians.
Things are really heating up at the congressional election, especially because of political leaders trying to win over votes from the compromise. Now let's take a look at a rally where John C. Calhoun is expressing his thoughts.
What do we want? Slavery! What do we want here? Yeah! The North needs to leave our slaves alone! Yeah! We need to return them! Yeah! Give the South its right as a minority and restore the political balance! Yeah!
Calhoun's idea of electing 2 presidents, one from the South and one from the North, has been really ridiculed in the North. Speaking of the North, let's go to William Seward's rally in New York.
Friends, fellow Northerners, we have gathered here today to discuss how slavery is terrible.
Yes.
Not only is it against the Constitution, man's law,
Yes.
it is against God's given law in the Bible.
Yes! Well said!
We must obey God's moral law.
Yeah! We love God!
Or else we will be doomed forever.
Yeah, we hate God!
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. An honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you. I can't believe it.
Time will only tell what will happen in this election. Back to you, Maya and Maya.
And that's all for today's segment regarding the major events including the California Gold Rush, the Compromise of 1850, and the congressional elections.
The appending question is, what does all this mean for the United States? Tune in tomorrow morning for an exclusive interview with Daniel Webster.
Hope everyone has a great Tuesday.